Hey friends, Samantha Hendricks here from Schuler Books and Nicola's Books. We're here with a new program, virtual event, YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it, that was really born out of the pandemic. We found that a lot of us were spending a lot of extra time in our kitchen or doing kitchen or food related things, trying new recipes, some of us baking bread, some of us making cocktails, and we wanted to do something a little bit more with that. We saw an influx of orders for cookbooks during the pandemic in all of our stores. So we know that you guys have fallen in love again with cookbooks as well. And so to help you out and maybe to help with some of that scrolling that we are all guilty of, maybe through Pinterest or Facebook or Instagram, to open a book and actually try a new recipe. It's kind of one of those things where instead of constantly pivoting and having to create the wheel again, we're given the directions right in front of us and someone's telling us what to do for the first time in probably a year. So that is how Cook the Book was born. So every other week, a couple times a month, we're gonna review cookbooks. Nothing makes us qualified for this. We are booksellers and home cooks, and most of us have not taken an actual cooking lesson. Most of us have just honed some skills over the pandemic, and we're really excited to show them and experience some new recipes that maybe we haven't done before. So, without further ado, enjoy Cook the Book. Hey friends! So, I'm actually the first home cook you're gonna see. Welcome to my kitchen. We are going to talk about food between friends. This book came out a few weeks ago. It's by Jessie Tyler Ferguson and Julie Tanos. They are a couple of people that met at a dinner party and didn't want to really socialize with other people, really weren't into it, and then they found each other and they found their mutual love of cooking. They have get-togethers where they cook and try new recipes, and thus Food Between Friends was born. So I actually found a couple of recipes in here I really enjoyed. One of them that I heard talked about a lot in the marketing around this book was the apple cheddar biscuits. Now, I have never had an apple cheddar biscuit, and I've heard of the combination in a pie format, but it just sounds interesting, and it also seems like a very approachable, good first recipe for me to try from here. So I'm gonna do that. The other one is a coconut curry. Now, disclaimer here, I have cooked curry before, but not this way. It's a little bit different and a little bit more with a Thai influence versus actual Thai cooking. So I'm excited to try that out. And basically what we'll do is I will show you all of the ingredients here that we're going to use for these recipes, and then I'll do a little fast forward of me cooking them. I'll come back to you and let you know what kind of recipes were these, how shopping was for them, how prep was, is it an attainable goal to try recipes from this book. I can tell you at a first glance, the photos in this book are gorgeous. The photographer did a wonderful job. The stories behind some of the recipes are super, just anything that like tugs at your heartstrings, I feel like is super cute. That's one thing I think I found in cookbooks during the pandemic was that there were stories within the recipes, and there's backstory, and it's just really interesting to me. I love memoirs and nonfiction, and so anything that's telling a story I really love. I can't wait to share this with you, so enjoy. it's been a day in the kitchen. We are wrapping up the coconut curry. I noticed the time lapse was ending and I wanted to just jump on and talk to you about some of the ingredients that were in it. So one of the pieces of this recipe was tofu, and you could absolutely do that. I just chose, due to time on my own self, to not go ahead and do that. I did purchase it because I've never made a tofu that I've enjoyed personally. I've eaten out and enjoyed it many times. I'm just haven't figured out the right spot for me, or recipe rather. So I will probably cook that at some point. It's just not gonna be right now. You could also do chicken absolutely with this, so that would be an easy replacement if tofu wasn't in your time limit either. So this called for full fat coconut milk, easily found in the international aisle of a grocery store, soy sauce or coconut aminos. I did use soy sauce. We do have coconut aminos. They are pretty interchangeable. They are interchangeable. We use them interchangeably all the time. Lime, onion, garlic cloves, fresh ginger, red bell pepper, sugar snap peas, cremini mushrooms, which are most, like, they're the Bella Minis in a lot of grocery stores, pretty readily available. Lemongrass is one I did struggle to find. There is this stir-in paste I was able to get, but I know it's not quite the same. So we'll see how that works out. The green curry paste, they do suggest in the book the Thai Kitchen green curry paste. This is what I found, so that worked out really great. Sugar, lime. I have basmati rice on hand most of the time, so that's the rice I will be using tonight. And lime, lots of limes. So I'm gonna finish my glass of wine and plate this up, and then I will take a minute and share with you guys the end result as my child steals more biscuits. Well, hey, I had to find a quiet corner because kids are home. I wanted to share with you the end result of what these beautiful recipes looked like. So, Food Between Friends, overall, I think is a stunning cookbook. The pictures are vibrant and everything just seems very approachable. I will say that a lot of the recipes seem to be things that I personally don't have stocked in my fridge or my pantry. So a lot of the things I do, but I feel like a lot of the bigger things I might not. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, I do think the recipes themselves are super approachable, and having very detailed photos next to them really did help when I was cooking. So overall, the apple cheddar biscuits are delicious. I will say the hype was totally worth it. My child ate most of them. I did make them a little smaller than they suggested, just because, honestly, just because. I knew we would probably use more of a snack for the week than anything else. So these are delicious, and I'd highly suggest them if you want a apple cheddar biscuit recipe. The other thing we made was the coconut curry, which turned out wonderful, if I do say so myself. Very easy instructions to follow. I did have about half of the ingredients needed for this in my pantry and my refrigerator, so that was wonderful as well. I did not have green curry paste on hand. I actually use curry powder in most instances, so this was a different take on a curry that I would normally not do. So it was fun to just experiment and try something new as well. Yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching the cook along, and we will be doing another one in a couple of weeks. Sorry, I have something in my throat. We'll do another one in a couple of weeks. If you have any suggestions for cookbooks that you know are coming out or have recently come out, we'd be happy to experiment with those as well. Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat by Samin Nosrat is on the list. Blue Kitchens is on the list. We're also looking to dive more into the vegan territory. I know one of the coworkers is working on that. So we'll be working on these and getting them back to you, and yeah, leave comments below if you liked this, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time on Cook the Book. Cheers!